Good morning, traders, and welcome to the daily call today, Wednesday, the 3rd of November. All right, looking at yesterday's markets, we had data come out locally. It was the Aussie dollar RBA rate decision. The rates remained unchanged at 0.1%. However, the report was less dovish than expected, which basically put a little bit of negativity into our currency, and the Aussie US dollar did drop around about 90 odd pips for the session. Also from New Zealand, just come out only a couple of minutes ago. The employment change figures are positive, 2% and 3.4%. And the initial reaction is that the Kiwi dollar has jerked up a little bit so far. That news has only just come out a couple of minutes ago. All right, let's move on and have a look at our chart analysis now. Going back, looking at my open positions, I do have an open position from way last week, Kiwi US dollar. There it is. Yesterday we were continuing to track that position, and it just seems to have been going sideways. We haven't been stopped out because the stop's up there somewhere. And we're still in the market. Now, yesterday, as a result of the RBA decision, the market started to head in our direction. This is what's happened. And in fact, depending on where you entered, I actually hit my first target on this trade. So this is yesterday's candle. We can see that it's dropped right down, and I just touched my T1 target. That, of course, is my stop up there, and this was my entry level there. I'm just highlighting it for you. Some of you may have actually got in a little bit higher up, so let's check what your levels were, but we have hit the first target, so the risk is off the table. My second half of the trade is still in there, and I'm chasing a higher target on that one. So that was a successful trade, our first one back from post-COVID. So for those of you who took it, well done. And that was, we did track it over, I think it was altogether 9 days, or let me count it. I've got the candles here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this morning 9 days. Okay, so there you have it. All right, moving along, and I'm having a look at my watch list. Remember, I also, a couple of days ago, I added this to the watch list, which is the Kiwi Swiss, and I said, let's wait, see if it comes down to this level before I get interested in a long position. Yesterday's chart, this is what it looks like. We have come down and reached it. Still not a setup yet, so still on my watch list, but we could possibly get an opportunity if we can produce some kind of an inside candle like that. And then tomorrow we could be buyers on the Kiwi Swiss. Okay, there you have it. That's my watch list. And finally, it's a big session this morning. Finally, my chart of the day. The chart that I'm looking at this morning is a carryover from yesterday. It's the US Swiss, and this morning I can see that I have produced the candle pattern that I was looking for. We've had one touch, two touches, and we are there for a third time, and we're naturally seeing if the market can be supportive. So let me zoom in a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. There it is, zoomed in. We can clearly see that we have produced these two candles here. Is an inside candle pattern. At the time that I took the screenshot, today's candle has not started, and I'm looking at my watch right now. It starts in about 10 minutes time. So what we're going to get a candle that starts over here somewhere, and what we're looking for is to put a pending order at the break of the high. So if this candle that starts here breaks through, that's it, we are buyers and we're in the position. Don't forget, if this candle comes down and breaks the low down here, well, then you need to go back and cancel out the pending order, as it would not be a valid trade. If any of you have any questions regarding these setups, whatever, all the strategies that I'm using, they are in the CSC Gold members education program, so that they're listed there in depth and in detail, so you can go back and review those. All right, okay, finally, what's on the agenda for the session, which is about to kick off? We have at 11:15 this evening, we have the private sector employment numbers, which is due out, often seen as a prelude to the non-farm payroll numbers, which are due out tomorrow night. At 1 o'clock, we have from the US also the ISM services PMI number, which is due out, but the biggest news for the session coming happens at 5 a.m. and it's the interest rates decision and the statement from the US. That's the FOMC statement, 5 a.m. So look out any US dollar pair traders. And then the last bit of data happens at 5:30, which is a press conference in relation to the data that was released half an hour earlier. That pretty much wraps up for this morning. It was a little bit of a longer session than usual, guys. As always, please feel free to contact us if you do have any questions. You can also follow me on Twitter at ChatFX for trade setups and breaking news. Most importantly, hope you all have a fantastic trading day. I'll speak to you tomorrow for the daily call. Bye for now.